If it bleeds, it leads is the pretty nasty internal phrase that's used in journalism to basically underline the fact that pretty much only bad news makes the press, and that any good news stories really don't sell newspapers or make the headlines. And I realized a few years ago while I was living in South Africa that whenever I listened to the news on the radio while I was driving, I was inherently left feeling deflated and pretty negative about the state of the country and the world in general because of the bad news that was being continually reported. So I made the decision to stop watching the news and reading newspapers, and I'd like to think not being completely ignorant to some of the challenges in the world around us, but just realizing that continually staying up to date with geopolitical news and anything that was being reported on left me feeling pretty flat. And so I decided to stop watching the news. While we're in Montreal at the moment, Araminta and I have made the decision to head towards Asia, and our flight, we're going past Hong Kong. And we booked our tickets and thought it would be cool to spend a couple of days in the city. Neither of us had been to Hong Kong before. And we decided to spend a few nights in Hong Kong. And when Minta was chatting to someone on the phone yesterday, they were like, wow, you're going right into the heat of Hong Kong. And both of us were aware in that moment that we were completely oblivious to some of the challenges that are going on in Hong Kong at the moment. And it's meant that we've needed to make some changes to our travel plans, and are not going to be spending time in Hong Kong due to some of the political turmoil that's happening in Hong Kong at the moment. And we're actually just flying straight on to Bali in Asia. But I guess it just made me realize that despite not being up to date with the news, there probably should be some internal procedure for my travel plans that includes checking the political situation of a country before I book to go and arrive there, because if she hadn't had that call, we'd just be arriving in Hong Kong tomorrow. And yeah, some pretty sad things happening there with police coming on to and basically antagonizing a lot of protesters there, and it's a pretty sad situation. But we're not going to be headed to Hong Kong. We are headed to a place called Ubud in Bali, where I've been probably about, I think I was there about 4 years ago when I first started my travels, and I'm looking forward to heading back. I was in a very different headspace when I first went to Ubud, and I'm looking forward to hanging out there now for the next almost 2 months with Araminta before we head down to Australia. The last few weeks have been pretty quiet on this vlog and on social media in general for me, just because we've been traveling, and so been documenting some travel stories about where we've been, but not too much additional production on Live More Perfect Days. And Ignite Your Personal Brand looks like it hasn't been doing much, but we finally managed to pull the first iteration of that course together into the Ignite Your Personal Brand version 2, which is going to be a completely online course going through in your own time with a partner to help you identify what it is that you want to show up for in the world, and take you through a process that helps you to articulate exactly what you stand for, what your value system is, and how to take that and develop it into some sort of online platform where you can connect with an audience and build a business which at some point brings people together and makes a difference in the world. And so the Ignite Your Personal Brand Masterclass, the second version of it, is starting in just over a week's time. I'll share links of exactly how to get to that below this vlog. I am also, after having completed my first ESTA in March this year, have taken over the organization for the level 1 and level 2 ESTA in Guatemala at Lake Atitlan, where myself and Araminta live. And that's going to be taking place next year in March. And estaguatemala.com is a website we've put together with a marketing video, and we've launched that event for next year, which I'm really, really excited about. So quite a lot of work has been going into that. We have also employed a video editor. Emma joined our team, who's going to be helping edit some vlog content and some of our backlog of video content that we have, so that we can put it into a really cool format for social media and for our community to be able to consume this content and apply it in all of the various projects that we're working on. So it's going to be Live More Perfect Days, as well as the Ignite Your Business brands that we're working on. At the same time, we're also looking for a web developer and an admin person. So if anybody knows anybody that's really hot at administrative type tasks, drop me a comment below this video. That light's not great. And if anybody knows a WordPress specialist, we're also looking for someone to join our team to help us and our clients put together the components required to build an online business. And we're using WordPress and a whole lot of specific plugins. There's going to be some training, but anybody that knows anybody that does WordPress or is an admin wizard, let me know. I think that's all I got for now. We are spending our last couple of hours here in Montreal. It's so beautiful. The city is so amazing in summer. We've had such a cool time here the last couple of days and met some truly amazing people. So we are headed tomorrow, not spending time in Hong Kong, but headed directly to Bali. And the next time I do an update will be from Asia. I'm really looking forward to going back there. I hope that you're well. See you next time. Ciao.